Previously on Dragon Age.
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We're back. We're still in Lothering, I should say. Today I've broken tradition and instead of a cup of tea, I have a cup of coffee with me. But it's still blisteringly hot, so I can't drink it yet. It's so easy to spend more than an hour. Well, just playing the game. I want to say in a town, like one single place. But we did, last episode, go and have some other different stuff to happen before we actually got to Lothering. I try to normally...
Tell me something, did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
Well, that's gross. It's so easy to spend an hour playing the game. I try not to... I mean, ideally I'd have one episode and that's the entirety of Lothering. But it's just really long. Even if I try not to have me just wandering around doing nothing. Should point out, by the way, that there's nothing in this area of the game. I don't know if that's interesting or not. I don't have trap making. So, oh no, I do. So I can help Allison here. Let's talk to her for a side quest.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
I'm quite familiar with traps and the like. Or I can actually say, what do you need the traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Quite familiar with them.
I would happily pay you to make some. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But you probably already know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
Traps are a girl's best friend is the quest. And we just have to make the most simple traps for her. 3 with... that just cost a trap trigger, which is something we can just find over there. But yeah, I was saying I would like to do just like one episode and it's everything in this area. But the areas are just too big for that. And I don't know if you'll like that I upload videos that are generally about an hour in length. Usually just a bit under. But around about an hour. But I prefer doing that than just saying, okay, I'll cut everything up into chunks of no more than 30 minutes. And we'll just arbitrarily cut it off wherever. Or we'll leave in all the bits where I am exploring and I don't know what I do. Because I'm kind of approaching it with an idea of what I like watching. And I do have to, when I edit, I do have to watch the whole video as well. So I'm trying to make it something that I would find entertaining, and hopefully you will agree with me.
Did you make any traps?
Yeah, I have the traps for you. Do I scare you or something?
All strangers do. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You seem nice.
Oh, thank you. I have the traps for you.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you, stranger.
Get some money from that. So if you're playing and you didn't cheat your way into being rich like I did, if you're just trying to play legit, regardless of what difficulty you're playing on, and you're in the beginning and you're like, I could really use some good money. Well, for example, you can help the greedy merchant, and he pays you, like he paid me 100 silvers. I can obviously defeat or scare off or kill the highwayman and tell Sir Bryant and get money from that. Not only can I do that, I can then also be like, hey, if you pay me a little more, I can keep an eye out for future bandits. You can do the old man's quest for poison, her quest for traps, and here is the elder, who also has a quest, which I believe is for some health poultices. I do like that lockpicking gives XP.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I know a bit about herbalism.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
More than just plants. And quest updated. Use your skills with herbs to craft some lesser health poultices. 3 should suffice. Well, we already have here 51 of them because I've been buying them off merchants as well.
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods?
I didn't need them. Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
What I do like is that means that the quest flags whether I actually went and got those herbs or not.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
I find the chastened folk interesting. They're kind of like native to the area. But you don't get to see them much more beyond this.
The carnage we left in the wilds was horrifying.
In the wilds we're eaten, here we starve. Is there no end to our fortune?
I kind of wish we could recruit them for our final battle. But alas. Here's our next companion, Sten. He's supposed to be reciting prayers, but it didn't trigger. Sten is not a human. He is a Kunari. Except you can't really tell. He's just tall, slightly pointy ears, and he's got braided gray hair, so maybe white. Starting from Dragon Age 2, you'll see that Kunari have horns, and they are meant to look a lot more, well, I wouldn't say demonic, but they look a bit like if you crossed a really buff elf with a dragon. They've got big horns and whatnot, and Sten is then retconned into being special because he doesn't have horns. But in Origins, they just look like humans. But let's talk to him and find out why he's in this cage.
You aren't one of my captors.
I remember the revered mother mentioning this man. She called him a savage from the far north.
I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
What are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I am Nim, pleased to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I love Morrigan. I mean, she's very reasonable in this case, where it's like, she's actually taken sympathy for him. What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
How long have you been in there?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
I'm surprised you know what that is, but yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
You know, would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Well, I'm glad you guys are kind of on my side. You can, I believe, pick the lock. You can also steal the key from the revered mother. And you can also try to convince her just to give you the key and let Sten go, which is what I'm about to try and do. When she refuses, I believe you have the option to intimidate her into giving you the key, which, if you have Alistair with you, he will intervene because he thinks you're being extreme. I think you might be able to be successful if you don't have him in your party, though. But let's play nice. Sorry, we're just looking around if there's anything interesting to interact with in the room. Doesn't appear to be anything. Morgan, you might want to step back. We are 2 mages standing in front of, you know, a revered mother of the religion that doesn't like magic.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
And I can talk around it or deny it, but I have enough money so I can say what tithe is acceptable.
Might I suggest 30 silver?
30 silver it is.
Thank you, my son. What can I do for you, then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Kunari you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
What if this causes an incident with his people?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
And I will lie and say, I've come to return him to his people.
Well, that is convenient. I had no idea the Canary even knew he was here. Here then, take the key to the Canary's cage and take him away. I pray this is the right path for all our sakes.
Liliana approves. I don't know if she approves of me lying, or at least of just finding a peaceful way to help. Or if she maybe even approved from me tithing. Either way. I'm coming back to that Chanter's Ward in a moment. Let's tell Sten that he is free to go.
You do not truly think I look as my mother does, do you?
Have you really been thinking about that all this time?
I am simply curious.
And not insecure in the slightest, I'm sure.
I think I look nothing like her.
I don't know. Give it a few hundred years and it'll be a spot-on match.
I said that I look nothing like her.
All right, got it. Totally different. I see that now.
And we'll find out if Sten wants to come with us or stay here. Can we not interact with the cage? Yeah.
And so it is done.
XP.
I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
We face another choice whether to bring him or someone else. He's a warrior just like Alistair. He's level 9. Alistair, you've been slacking. As a warrior, he's not as tanky as Alistair. Alistair is definitely more the tank type with his sword and shield. He's more of a scrapper, damage-doing type. He does wield great swords. But we do have a good team already. I can
Blast and damnation.
swap him out for Morgan temporarily. Sorry, Morgan, I adore you.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to see if I could close the cage. Now then. Sten, for weapons, I don't have a great weapon. I could maybe buy one. As for armor, obviously he has nothing. He's just got the clothes on his back. So we definitely want to give him something. Well, the best armor we have, skill gloves. I should try to figure out if I can give him a full set of something. And then health regen armor. Very useful. +1 willpower. No, that's good the way it is. Let's go talk to our friend, the greedy merchant. I know I can level up, I'm just not worried about that for right now. What's in here? Leather gloves.
Hello, friend. Care to take advantage of your discount?
I would.
This way. And beware the
urchins, I know. I want to show you what it looks like to try and steal stuff from someone. So I can try pickpocketing. in here. I pickpocketed the greedy merchant and I got this Dragon Thorn tier 7 crossbow, increased damage versus demons. That is something you always get if you pickpocket him, by the way. It's pretty cool. Sten could use it because it requires high strength and that's what he's got. So I could make him ranged if I wanted to. We're not fighting demons at the moment though, so... But yeah, I got him kitted out. I actually gave him medium armor instead, because with he's got scale armor, and it gives him a set bonus that makes it so he's much less fatigued. Now, as I have told you about before, he is two-handed stuff, so he can do... Let's see, Sunder Arms isn't activated. Indomitable is very good. Attack damage, immune to stun or knockdown effects.
I go.
And then powerful swings, gains a bonus to damage but suffers penalties to attack and defense. And he could also do threaten, precise striking for bonus to attack, and taunt to get more enemies to try and attack him. Let's see if I can set up his tactics a bit. Okay, now we're all kitted out. I leveled up and I picked Mana Clash, which only works on enemy spellcasters. But it might be one of those really useful abilities that destroys enemy mages as soon as we do come across them. Now here's a little encounter with some refugees that want us dead. It's missable if you just walk around. But they look like free XP to me.
You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack! Yeah!
Oh, there's a bunch more. Hello. Let's see. Can we do more Cone of Cold? Not yet. Flame Blast seems to have a much shorter downtime. Rarg. Shattered. Codex updated. Shattering. Ooh, this is actually great. Creature frozen or petrified by magic, as from the spells Petrify or Cone of Cold, is in a vulnerable state subject to shattering if excessive force is applied to just the right spot. Critical hit from any weapon may suffice, and the spells Stone Fist and Crushing Prison have been known to achieve the effect as well. Okay, how are our allies looking? Fine. Actually, Dog. Duncan could use some HP. And I could do Ice Magic. What a shame. Duster leather boots. They're alright. They stood no chance against us. And there's more people over there. Mercenaries. I do need to close in. I believe that's the best spot to be doing that from. Liliana, how much longer are you stunned? Too long, I'm afraid. I will have to heal her. And I will put some health poultices on your bar. You go and take one as soon as you are able. One rogue is running. Ooh. I don't like... Dog is... Where's dog? All the way here? Can you howl?
Victory shall be mine.
That's good. Sten is like pinned in place. Cone of Cold is not that good to be casting here. Heal myself. Leliana's stunned again. Let's see. Alistair leveled up.
Have at you.
There. We got them all. I don't know if these are just always here or what. I believe these are just always here. That's why I wanted to take them out first. You can also see on the map there's more people across the ridge.
This place will be overrun by the Darkspawn soon. If we go, we won't be able to come back.
Yeah, there is an event that triggers up there as well. Alistair, what do you need for some of your abilities? Bravery? That's one I want, for sure. And 20 dexterity, so we'll give you 1 dexterity. And I'll give you 2 strength. Level 9, so I'll give you bravery. Physical resistance, damage, mental resistance, critical chance. All passive bonuses. Passive bonuses are always great because you don't have to do anything for them. And then there's a bunch more bandits here. It's this place is terrible. Now archers are my bane.
As you wish.
Immediately, 2 of them are shattered. That is amazing. We really should be using ice magic as much as we can. Maybe I should leave these alone. And I'll flame blast you. Sure, they'll be doing fine. Yes, they are doing fine. Freeze you in place. Nice. Another group slain. And some of the Chanter's Board quests put more people in these areas, and more creatures. Here's a landmark tree. Mabari dominance is now active, increasing the hound's aggression and tenacity in its defense. So that means if we fight near the tree, Duncan will be doing a little bit better. You can start aggroing these people at a distance. Liliana immediately not doing so good. She's also... I don't know why she's the most aggressive out of everyone. Let's see, do we have abilities? Like Sten, do you have something? No, but Dog does. Immediately just do this. Try and get a stun. Liliana might just lose here. Let's see, let's get Alistair here to go attack the bandit leader, and Sten, this mercenary, and Dog also go over here. Liliana can finish off the Mabari. I'll freeze the bandit back there. Oh, Liliana, come on. That was terrible. I froze the bandits at least here. And I think I just definitely want to immediately go for the kill on them. I am getting ranged attacked, it's okay. This one who's weaker. Freeze. You do overpower. You do overwhelm. And I'm doing fine actually. He'll stand up a little bit. Nice.
How did I get myself into this?
Sorry, Liliana, you were in the wrong spot at the wrong time. We get a full set of armor from this guy. If you hadn't bought or had any spare armor, this would be a great set to just start Sten out with. And in fact, we can check. Liliana has a penalty to cunning, which is something we do want to remove, but not in a rush for that. Now, Sten. We have this maul, we have this great sword. It has much less armor penetration. So I might want to keep the maul. However, all the other stuff, Kunari thickened cap, is not bad. Mental resistance, but is only useful if he gets attacked with magic and he needs to pass maybe a mental resistance check. And we could give him now heavy steel, chainmail, gloves, and boots. Still gives him an item set bonus. He is much more fatigued, but it is much heavier armor. It gives him more aggro, and it defends him better. So I'm happy with that. And this Bulwark of the True King is a shield, requires high strength. That is for Alistair for later. So now we have Sten kitted out a little bit better. We can go back here. Axe.
Yes.
Lydia, open this chest, please. Good. Is Mabari Dominance still active? Yes. That's great. Health fruit. Well, we can brew some potions. Or health poultices, I should say. There are plenty of herbs you can gather here. So there's death root, there is elf root. And if you wanted that, I believe it was ichor or something like that, venom for venom stuff. There's giant spiders here. I'm afraid I'm webbed. Let's see. Oops, I froze the dog.
Okay, done with you now. Let's get started.
Okay, but aside from all the screaming, we're actually doing fine. There. Slain all the spiders. Oh yeah, toxin extract.
Let's get started.
So we're just gonna take all that. And we could brew poison with that. Or sell it. Yeah, that's great. Cleared all the spiders. And there's 2 more things we can do. One is trigger that event over there. And the other one is get the Chanter's Board quests and clear this area again of the new enemies that it will spawn. And then I believe we're done in Lothering. So, not too bad all in all. There's Darkspawn up here, so be prepared.
Leave us alone.
Do whatever you must here, but can we taunt somebody? Taunt. Actually, move up. Taunt. What are you casting? Oh, Winter's Grasp. That's fine. They have no spellcasters. What I will do is Flame Blast. Damages a bunch of them. What else? I think we just want to help get these melee enemies down as quickly as we can, so that the rest of our team can help with the archers.
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me.
One more genlock. Destroy.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Hello, you're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I doubt you'd want to travel with a Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Oh, calm down there, Duncan.
Right.
Bodan and his son Sandal, will be seeing them again very soon.
On it.
Small carved statuette. Anything art-related, like this carved statuette, is stuff that
you want?
Sten likes as gifts.
All set.
Herlock. Lesser health poultices, that's fantastic. And then there's a blood mage here who has something for a side quest we can start doing. Sealed letter. Maleficarum regrets. Which I will read this codex because it's relevant to the quest. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. So that is something we won't be able to do until we go to the Circle Tower. Anyway, I'll meet you over at the Chanter's Board, where we'll pick up some more side quests to finish up here. Okay, I'm at the Chanter's Board. I gave Alistair that Viridium medium armor because it is actually better than what he had, and I totally hadn't thought about it. And the Havard's Aegis shield, because it was just as good as his default shield, but had some extra bonus stats. And I put the war paint on Duncan, the dog. So it was, he hadn't didn't have anything equipped. Duncan can only have... Oh wow, this is wrong. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work the first try. He can only wear a braid and a war paint. I wonder if I can make it glitch again. No. This way he's kitted out as far as we can for now.
This should be easy enough.
The Chanter's board, we can talk to the Chanter next to it if we wanted to, but... bandits everywhere. And I think we can immediately turn this in because we've already slain all the bandits.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
There we go. Chanters are only speak quotes from their holy texts, so they talk a little bit funny.
As you wish.
Bears that have been attacking, and let's see, the child that we found that was missing his mother, we can go and find her body. Both kind of sad things, but they will just be right over there where we were before. As you can see, there are wolves.
A little frantic? I can see why.
Liliana always the first one to try and rush in. Wow, all of them are attacking. Well, that's something. Let's see. I accidentally set Sten on fire. Dog, you do a howl. Yes. Very, very good. Freezer and the wolf. Let's not flame blast anyone right now. We can do another healing on Liliana just to keep her in the game. And then there's the final wolf. No problems. That was a lot to handle at once. Normally, you're supposed to be able to aggro one group without worrying about the others. At least on console, I know you can. But there you have it. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake. That's awful. And then over there you have some bears we can slay.
That'd make an interesting pet. As you wish.
That would make an interesting pet. Let me make sure there's attack orders for all of these. Hey, what's your problem with me? And all of us are done at the same time. Great. We've slain the bears. And who leveled up? Dog? Did you level up? Yes, you did. Well, what is all good for dog? Obviously, strength. Do you not have any new talents? No.
Yes.
So good for you, dog. And then we can turn these in, and then we'll have done everything Lothering has to offer. Another small thing I wanted to note, by the way, is that when we first met Liliana, you do have the option of refusing to take her with you, in which case you will meet her again right there, and she will talk to you by the exit of the level, and beg you to please let her come with you anyway, change your mind. so you can't pick her up again if you'd missed her the first time. But it's definitely worth picking up all the companions. And they are missable, at least. Also Sten, you know, if you just never interact with him, you can just miss out on recruiting him altogether.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
There, that wasn't much money.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Yes.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
No quests anymore, so that is that. Nothing else we can pick up, and nothing we can turn in. And as for the Blackstone Irregulars, we've done the one quest that we could do here, or the one person we can give something to for a quest that we picked up here.
He says the mages in the tower out on Lake Calenhard are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what to do about it yet, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
Easier said than done. Mages pick a fine time to go turning into demons, I tell you.
Right. Let me see if there's anything else I want from this town before I head out.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Ah, too bad. That's got serious potential.
So we've completed everything there is to do in Lothering, and we will be moving on out into the countryside.